welcome to today's yoga practice. So today, in under 30 minutes, we're going to move and really get some length through the spine. We're going to start to invigorate what we call the deep core line. And so in this practice, I want you to breathe with that pelvic diaphragm breath that we've been working on. So as you inhale, the belly will warm and widen. Everything will drop down a little bit and soften and spread out. And on the exhalation, we'll gather those pelvic muscles in and up and really draw them up behind the navel, through the center of the chest, out through the nose, or sometimes out through the tongue, the top of the deep core line. And what I want you to do is think about moving from center, think about being really firm and really stable from here, but let the rest of the body go a little bit. Let the shoulders go, let the legs go when it's appropriate. And just have some fun. Okay, from here we're just going to sit for a moment just to kind of calm the mind, ready for practice. Let the shoulders relax, allow the eyes to close. So there's a gentle drawing in and up of the belly. The spine lengthens up out through the crown of the head. Let the shoulders relax down, let your jaw soften and your tongue rest in the floor of your mouth. From here, just start to take a moment to begin to turn the arrows of your attention inwards towards your breath. And as you inhale, let's begin to allow that breath to expand into the belly, into the bowl of the pelvis, warming and widening as the breath drops all the way down to the root at the base of the pelvis. On the exhalation, begin to squeeze and lift the breath in and up from the pelvic diaphragm and higher. As you inhale, soften, let go. Exhale, drawing in and up, feeling the length through the spine, out through the crown of the head. Inhaling, softening. One more breath like that. Exhaling, squeezing in and up. Inhale, soften, and relax. Come back to normal breathing. Just for a moment, you can open your eyes and you can take a little bit of movement there, just rolling out the shoulders, moving them around in any way you feel like you need to. Okay, I've got one foot in front of the other. We're going to continue working with that breath. Don't worry if you lose it. I'm going to remind you every so often to come back to the breath. But here we're going to scoop the heart forwards and up as we inhale, the breath drops down. On the exhalation, round through the spine, draw the shoulders in as you take your chin to your chest, the breath squeezes in and up. Inhale, forwards and up. Exhale, round it back. Inhale, forwards and up. And exhale, round it back. Going through a little bit of a core sequence here just to build a little bit of a belly bonfire. We're going to scoop forwards, inhale, elbows, fingertips to the ceiling. Draw your hands to your waist as you pick your knees and maybe your feet up away from the floor. Inhale, forwards and up. Exhale, squeeze the breath, lengthen the spine so you can pick your legs up. Think about picking them up from the sides of the belly, that's psoas action. Inhale, last time, exhale. Beautiful. You can support yourself at the back of your thighs so that you can stay in a kind of zone that feels good and is not freaking your body or your central nervous system out. But here we're going to separate the knees a little bit, uncross the feet and have the feet together. Make Charlie's Angel Mudra with your fingers, so everything interlaced apart from your index fingers. Here we're going to inhale to press the feet away from us just a little bit. On the exhalation, draw the knees in, draw your elbows to your inner knees, lengthen through the spine and let the shoulders decompress a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, work with your breath. Exhale, squeeze the breath in and up. A few more times so you can stay really tiny with these movements. You can hang on to the backs of the thighs or you can go a little bit wilder if that feels like it's appropriate in your body. So it doesn't matter where we go as long as we're kind of meeting our edge with integrity, I would say. Good, last one. Beautiful. Okay, from there, hugging onto the backs of the thighs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're going to curl it down. And just for a moment, hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a little bit of a rock side to side there. Okay, inhale the arms overhead, stretch the feet up, give them a little bit of a shake out. Good, then press the feet towards the ceiling, inhale, and on your exhalation, either hugging onto the backs of the thighs or not, begin to rock up to sit, and see if you can stop the feet from touching the floor and really lengthen the spine there. We're going to do 4 more like that. Inhale, exhale, curling it down. We're going to inhale to really reach, give it a little shake, and then exhale all the way back up, hugging onto the thighs or not. Inhale, exhale a little bit faster. Inhale, exhale, hug, squeeze the breath, squeeze the belly as you come up. Good, inhale, exhale, curl it down. Inhale, exhale. For any reason this does not feel good on your back, then you can just stay sat and maybe do a few more of those pulses. Beautiful, hover here for a moment. See if you can lift your feet a little bit more. Great, bring the hands behind you. Inhale here, exhale, take the feet over to one side and spin the heart in that direction. Hold it there for a couple of breaths. Inhale, back to center, exhale, spin it to the other side, turn the heart. Beautiful, back to center. Plant your feet down on the floor, the soles of the feet are together. You're going to interlace your hands around the feet. And then from here, don't think about pressing the legs down towards the floor, but as you move the upper body and get really fluid, think about actually pressing the knees away from the pelvic girdle here. So you're thinking about lengthening out the legs, not pressing them down towards the floor. Good, length and space is good. All right, and then if it's appropriate, roll your fingertips out in front of you. You can stay right here if that's what your body allows you to do. It's totally great. And then we'll take a little bit of a walk around to the right, sweep the left elbow up to the ceiling, and then maybe take a little bit of stretch there. Good, over to the other side. Let's do the right elbow up first, get that shoulder back, get this shoulder joint set nicely, and then maybe stretch from there, or not. Good, come back to center, walk the fingertips in. Bring your hands underneath your knees, squeeze them together, and then come onto your hands and knees, please. So feel free to take a blanket or some towels or something underneath your knees if you need a little bit more padding. Press the fingertips down, so fingertips to palms, thinking about those nice lizard gecko hands, suckering through the fingertips. Scoop the belly up towards the spine and take the shoulders back. Good. Okay, from there, we're just going to take a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. So what I want you to do is take your left elbow and then fingertips up to the ceiling. As you exhale, you're going to bend your right elbow a little bit and start to sweep the left arm underneath you. Don't let it touch the floor. Inhale to the ceiling. Exhale. If that's not comfortable for your head, just keep looking at the floor as you take the hand up. And this time, as you scoop forwards and start to scoop that hand underneath you, I want you to pause for a moment. Take a moment to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, squeeze and lift the belly and lengthen through the spine. And then continue on that journey. So you'll need to bend your right arm. And then as you thread your left arm underneath you, come up onto your right fingertips and let the left shoulder descend towards the floor. Let the side of the head relax onto the floor. So what you'll feel here is maybe the hips want to go to one side. I want you again to just squeeze the belly in a little bit. See if you can lengthen out the spine and hold it more at center there. Take a few deep breaths. Start to really roll that right shoulder away from your ear onto your back. And somewhere in here, maybe at the back of the heart, you'll begin to breathe right into the center of the chest, the back of the heart, across the upper back where we hold a lot of tension. Good, and then from here, press into the floor and draw it back to center. We'll do the same to the other side. You can roll the shoulders out for a moment. Okay, as you inhale, we'll take the right fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, scoop them under. Don't let your arm touch the floor. Inhale. and exhale. So your head can follow or not, depending on how that feels on your neck. So remember, we don't want to create any more tension in the neck. We already have a lot there. Okay, this time we'll pause for a moment. I want you to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, squeeze and lift the belly and lengthen through the spine. Okay, continue to take that right arm over to the left. Come up onto your left fingertips and then slide the arm all the way underneath you as far as it can go. Rest the head down. Immediately try to get some length in the spine as you hug your belly up towards the spine. Try to keep the hips central and neutral. And there, take a couple of deep breaths. So wherever you're feeling it, particularly the upper back, the back of the heart. See if you can really roll that left shoulder onto your back and down your back. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release that. Walk your hands forwards. Tuck your toes and come back onto your heels. So with your toes tucked, just to give the arches of the feet a little bit of a stretch out. If that's too much, feel free to release them. And then here we're going to plant the hands down on the floor. So again, fingertips to palms with the fingertips really active. Begin to outwardly rotate the hands so they're pointing towards the side walls, and then turn the palms so that your fingers are facing back towards your knees. From there, just take maybe a very, very gentle side to side movement. Really, really gentle, not a big movement at all. Take a few deep breaths, really stretching out those wrists. So if this is a lot for you, you can keep the weight forwards, your shoulders over your wrists. If you feel like you have more space to work into, you can walk your hands away from you, but keep the heel of the hand down. Okay, one more breath there. Begin to turn the hands back to face forwards. If your toes have had enough, untuck your toes, interlace your hands, and then just start to roll out the wrists a little bit. Give them a shake out. Gorgeous. Okay, fingertips to palms planted down. You should really feel like your hands are super active and they're sucked into the floor. Lift your knees away from the floor, walk back into your first down dog. But here I want you to bend and start to get really fluid, take a little bit of movement. And just find out where in the body that you've got those areas of tension, where you can move into, where you can make a difference, where you can create space. Yoga is all about creating space in the body, in the mind. They're interweaved, they're related, they're interconnected in so many ways. Okay, from here, looking to the top of your mat, take a few little steps to get there. However you need to get there is fine. Come up onto your fingertips, bend your knees a lot, and take your hands around your opposite elbows. Take a moment just to sway out there. Good, press down into the earth. Inhale. Exhale as you squeeze and lift from the inner thighs, the belly rolls in and up. That psoas action brings you back to stand. Take your elbows out, fingertips out, your arms and your shoulders should feel really light, and then bring your hands to your heart center. Beautiful. Okay, from there, bend the knees. Inhale as you rebound from the floor. Exhale, bow and fold. Plant the fingertips down, step back, downward facing dog. From here, bend your knees. Take a moment to really spread through the sit bones. And then inhale, as you exhale, start to lift the belly first. And see if you can wave that through your upper back. So the upper back begins to round. And then as your shoulders come over your wrists, begin to lengthen out through the heels, out through the crown of the head. Get really long in all directions. From here, bring the knees down to the floor. Take the heart forwards a little bit, but don't let the belly drop down. Inhale there, exhale, bend the elbows, and then let the pelvis descend on a diagonal as you take it down to the ground into your cobra preparation. Press the tops of the feet down. Bring the fingertips to the earth, underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift the sit bones. Exhale, press the front of the pelvis down. Squeeze and lift the belly up. And then next inhale is going to begin to lift the chest into a little baby cobra. So just halfway this time Just enough so that you feel a little bit of a stretch, but the lower back doesn't feel constricted in any way. Inhale here, exhale. Let the sides of the belly carry you up and come into your downward facing dog. From here, we're going to bend everything and take the right foot up to the ceiling. So this is our claw plank situation. So we inhale here, bending everything. Exhale, scoop the knee in, take the knee towards the nose, shoulders over the wrist, lift the hips really high. Inhale, press it back. And this time, as you exhale, lift high and step your foot between your hands, so close to your right thumb. It might be that you drop the back knee and you give it a little bit of a helping hand. From here, we're going to inhale to really super lengthen through the spine. We never want to move on a compressed spine. So inhale is really important. And then you'll start to walk around in the only direction that you can walk, so around to the left side of your mat. And if you've ended up facing the opposite way to me, just turn around there. Good. And then from here, we're going to start to take a few side-to-side lunges here. We call these our ninja lunges. They're really amazing at getting the inner thighs working and all those meridian lines open and juicy and ready. Okay, lift the toes up and just take a few like that. Good. Bending the legs a lot. Inhale, exhale, squeeze into the belly as you come to stand. Keep this little bend in the knees. Good. And then from there, I want you to turn your left foot out a little bit. Turn your right foot forwards. Right? Keep the knees a little bit bent. So we're going to really back off so that we can feel the pelvis move a little bit. Begin to pull the front of the pelvis up. Bring your hands onto your waist. And then begin to really straighten out that back leg. So you want to position your upper body in the center of your legs. Take your elbows out, your fingertips out, turn your gaze over your front middle finger. Good, bring your left hand down. Sweep the right arm around, elbow to the ceiling, and then reach out on a diagonal. So if you bend your front knee a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, inhale back to center. We'll windmill the hands all the way down to the floor. Turn on the back foot. And then once again, inhale to really super lengthen through the spine. Now I want you to bend the back knee, get prepared, get close to the earth, start to really press and feel maybe a little bit of a bounce there. Inhale, exhale, start to squeeze, lift from the belly, 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 belly as you come up to stand. And then from here we're going to inhale, exhale. Good, inhale, maybe straighten the legs a little bit this time. Exhale, fist of fire to the waist. Last time, inhale and exhale. Reaching out on the diagonal. Inhale there, exhale, stick the tongue out and bend the back knee as you curl up. Inhale, exhale and this time interlace your hands behind your back. Take a moment to lengthen through the spine, roll the shoulders back. And then from there, you're going to turn on your back foot, turn your toes back to face me, and once again, we're in our ninja lunges here. Release your fingertips to the floor, start to paint little waves on the floor with your fingertips, like you're finger painting. Good, and then from there, we're going to inhale, bend the knees, exhale, squeeze and lift from the belly as you come up to stand. Keep the knees bent a little bit. Turn the left toes forwards, the right foot back. So you can totally feel free to move the feet around until they feel comfortable. But keep the knees bent a little bit, pull the front of the pelvis up. Good, and then start to take a little bit of movement there so the pelvis, the hip creases feel clear. And then you can begin to straighten the back leg. Position your body in the center of your legs. And then maybe take the bend a little bit deeper into that front leg. Elbows out, fingertips out. Let's find a really nice warrior here for a couple of breaths. So moving through these quite quickly because we don't have all that much time today, but we want it to be super effective at working all the different parts of the body. Bring your right palm down to your back thigh. Sweep the left arm around, elbow to the ceiling, and then reach out in the diagonal. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, bend the knee a little bit more. So traditionally, we're like always looking up and always cranking the head down, but I want you just to stay in a place that feels good for your neck. Good, inhale here. Exhale, we're gonna windmill it all the way down, turn on the back foot. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend the back knee to prepare. Inhale one more time. Exhale, squeeze it from the belly, belly, belly as you roll up to stand. Inhale here, elbows and fingertips. And then exhale, fist of fire to your waist and really feel the breath squeezing in and up. Inhale, straighten the legs this time. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, we're going to reach that out. Exhale, stick the tongue out and good. Bend the back knees, start to roll in and up. Inhale, exhale, stick out the tongue. Nice lion's breath there. Interlace the hands behind your back. Start to turn the toes back to me. You can release the arms, and then maybe now the body's a little bit warmer, you can start to take these side lunges a little bit further. Beautiful. Last thing here. Bend the knees quite a lot. Inhale, exhale, squeeze as if you're pulling something up from the earth into the belly. From there, turn the heels in and the toes out. So this is more of your temple pose situation here. You can really feel this in the inner thighs. So we're just going to spend a moment here. Okay, we're going to take the elbows out, the fingertips to the ceiling. Inhale, keep the bend of the knees, and then I want you to exhale like a ha to your waist. So inhale, ha, inhale, ha. Last one, inhale, ha. Beautiful. Straighten your legs there. Turn your toes to face forwards. Just rock the hips side to side. Walk your feet in. I'm going to shake that out. Beautiful. Begin to roll the shoulders out a little bit. Very, very nice. Okay, come down to the earth. Bring your feet out in front of you. Great. All right, so with the feet out in front of you, I want you to hug onto the backs of the thighs. Inhale, get really long. And exhale, begin to roll that down to the earth, supporting yourself all the way. As soon as you arrive there, take the tops of the thighs, walk your feet in a little bit, and then directly press your thighs away from you. So thinking about pressing the thighs towards the heels a little bit, toward the wall, whatever's in front of you. So directly pressing the femur bones that way. The hands don't slide on the legs. That can bring a really nice, gentle decompression, attraction to the spine. It's really good. Okay, from there, last thing, you're going to pick your right leg up, cross the foot over the left knee, so just underneath the knee, and flex the right foot a little bit. Then pick the left leg up. You want to thread your right arm through this triangle shape between the legs, catch hold of the back of the leg, do the same with the left hand. Relax the head down, begin to draw your knee, begin to draw your left knee in towards your chest. And you'll find a place where that feels nice and juicy for you. And just pause there a couple of breaths. And if it feels okay, if it feels good, you can begin to just rock gently side to side. Beautiful. Okay, from there, unravel the legs, bring the feet to the floor, cross the left ankle over, pick up the right leg, thread that left hand through, catch hold of the back of the thigh, let the head rest down, let the shoulders be really soft here, and then to your own degree, start to draw your right knee in. You'll probably notice one side is much different to the other. And that's just because of how we use our body in everyday life, so differently one side to the other. And then you can begin to take a little bit of movement. So yoga does even some of that out. But our habits and our strong sides kind of are really strong, and our habits persist, so we just work out the tension as we can. Beautiful. Okay, from there, unravel, take your feet to the air, just give them a little bit of a shake out, give your arms a shake out, rest your feet down to the floor. We're going to begin to just take the legs out, take the arms out, get really wide here, spread out on the floor. If that feels niggly in your lower back, bend your legs, have your feet wide and your knees resting on one another. And from here, you're just going to take a few minutes of rest and relaxation to restore, to allow all that work and energy to be absorbed by all the different layers of the body. There's such a complex organism. So these moments of quiet, of calm, of release are so important. See if you can surrender the weight of your body completely into the floor. Allow the tongue to soften. And we're just going to be here for about another minute. In that minute, see if you can keep your mind on your breath. A very gentle, passive breath. As if it's the only thing that matters right now. Begin to take slightly deeper breaths now. And then a really deep breath in, filling up with energy, with light, positivity, holding the breath for a moment. And then exhaling, letting out a sound or a sigh for a final moment of release. Wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. Draw your knees into your chest. As you roll over to the side, press the floor away from you to come up. Sit in any comfortable position. Draw your palms to your heart. Take a deep breath in to honor the length of the spine. Exhale to bow your head to your heart, to honor yourself. And then let's make some fists and place them right there in the lower belly. As you bow down, feel the fists in your belly, so reminding us of this center that we try to move from, grow from. And then slowly roll it back up. You can open your eyes. Bring the palms together. Namaste. So of course you can stay in relaxation for as long as you have time. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes is all fantastic, but we're trying to keep these short and sweet. If you've only got a certain amount of time in the day, then that would have been amazing for you in so many different ways. Namaste.